Build fast. I want to make cool stuff in Minecraft with no time. The average age of a Minecraft player is 23. Many of us have jobs, families, and responsibilities. That means if we want to create big builds, grinding for 12 hours at a time to get resources usually isn't an option. I've been mining and crafting for about 8 years. It's a fun hobby, but I've got a lot going on. I've learned a thing or two about how to balance life, content creation, and still make stuff in this game that I'm proud of. Here are a few ways I've picked up to do that. And Super announced a competition to build bridges on some of the paths, and this is the one that I have chosen to do. So, while we are chatting today, I will be working on my entry. I think it's pretty cool. It's going to be based off of a real-life structure again. A couple of episodes ago, we built the visitor center here in Uktena State Park, and I told you it's based off of a real-life structure in a United States state park. Did you guess which one? It's the Visitors Lodge at the Cedars of Lebanon State Park, close to Nashville, Tennessee. Close to Lebanon, but you know. So for the bridge we're building today, we're going to need a pretty hefty amount of acacia. So I've planted some, let it grow up. It's time to chop some trees. One of the main strategies that I use to build quickly is to find ways to make the most out of small amounts of time. For example, I carry a sketchbook so that I can design things on the go. I've sketched a lot of ideas out on paper that have ended up on servers, and I've done a lot of that on little breaks at work or small moments of downtime at home when I was away from my computer. And that speeds things up later when I actually get into game, and I can go ahead and knock out the design quicker when I already have an idea of what I'm going to do. So now you have an idea for what you want to build, but you need materials. Thankfully, everything comes together easily if you use Etho's 4 pillars of Minecraft to gather resources fast. The idea is that you have these 4 things in decent abundance. You can get just about everything else easier. Villagers. These guys can supply you with tools and enchants, and in the case of masons, you can trade for whole families of blocks. Iron. If you have villagers, you can build an iron farm. Y'all have seen me build an ENXO4's Day 1 iron farm twice. So you know how easy it is to make. And iron is used in so many crafting recipes. Plus, it's nice to never wonder where your next hopper is going to be coming from. Bone meal. Whether you have a tree farm or not, it speeds up collecting wood so much if you can bone meal your saplings. Dyes are another thing you can get fast if you have a lot of bone meal. Gunpowder. Anything you can't trade for or grow with bone meal can probably be collected by blowing it up. So if you build reliable ways of getting and using these 4 resources in abundance, it makes getting all the other things in the game easier. That can really speed up resource collection so you can focus on your build. So after all that and a whole bunch of crafting, where is it? Aha, here we are. 2 shulker boxes plus my inventory should be the build. And that is only possible because of use of creative mode. I held out a long time on this one, honestly. I always loved to free build, and I still do that occasionally. It's fun. But creative mode helps me plan exactly how many materials I have to gather so that I don't over-collect resources, and that helps me get to the actual build itself sooner. There are some light mods that I often use to help me there. Axiom is a tool that you can use in creative mode that adds a lot of features that make design a whole lot easier. It brings like Blender level sculpting tools. I only have like 5% proficiency in all the features it has. And I'll link a channel in the description that has a lot of good Axiom tutorials. Litematica. I figure most folks know what Litematica is if they watch channels like this. It's a tool that I use to take a schematic from creative and bring it into the world where I want to build it. in survival. It's been around for years. A lot of people on YouTube use it especially. I'll link a tutorial below with some Litematica basics for anyone who hasn't used it. And of course, with all the resources ready to go, that brings us to the climax. What we've all been waiting for, the actual build itself. And of course, a beautiful time lapse showing the build popping out of nothing in fast forward. Yeah, if you've ever wondered what it looks like when I'm doing one of these time lapses, you can see it here. It's just me and the ghost blocks. Also, Litematica has this thing called easy place mode. Some servers ban it, it's so powerful. All you gotta do is find a hotkey to activate easy place mode, and then you can just go around spraying blocks into the Litematica and it'll automatically switch them out, like bleh, bleh, bleh. In survival, of course, you still have to fuss a little bit about directionality with blocks like stairs, because it will place them wrong if you're not looking at them right. It still makes building so much faster. You know, every now and then I hear that there's a little bit of controversy about using things like this because it feels like you're just 3D printing a build mindlessly and that it's cheaty. I get that. But as somebody who doesn't have much time to play overall, I don't have an issue with it just because I've done the heavy lifting as far as the design work already, and this just helps me put a good idea that I've already had into the world faster. I don't have issues with people who play with keep inventory on because I can understand not wanting to have to re-gear because you had a 5-minute slip up or your mouse ran out of battery or something. I am just all in favor of people using whatever playstyle works for them, even if it's not what everybody else does. I get a little nervous sometimes when I reach the end of the build and I have leftover pieces. Flashbacks to models as a kid. That is it though. That is the bridge completed. And a fine specimen of covered bridge it is. But with a little bit of a twist. Because this isn't just a covered bridge, and this is a big hint, it's also an arch bridge. It's a hybrid design. See if you can tell me where the real one is. I will let the Saphians know that a new entry to the bridge competition is completed, and may the best bridge win. And I've also given out all my secrets as to how I use a few tricks to try and make builds like this quickly, as somebody who has a very busy life and a lot of responsibilities. Let me know if you use any of these tips. Let me know if they help you create builds faster. Let me know what you do to make builds faster. And if you watched to the end, thank you. If you liked the video, you're awesome. And if you subscribed, you're my hero. We'll see you next time on Saphy SMP.